Hello, everybody, and welcome back into Schoolcraft College. It is soccer. It is Sunday. It is the National Academy League Mid-America Conference on the National Soccer Network. I'm Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrett. It's Michigan Wolves. It's FC United based out of Chicago. And Dan, what's better than soccer coffee on a Sunday?
On a Sunday morning. We are indoors today. Yesterday we were outdoors. The south end of the campus here at Schoolcraft College. Western side of Livonia, Michigan. Soccer outdoors, soccer indoors, soccer wherever we can be part of the soccer space across the great country, the United States. We had a team of announcers in the league for clubs last night out in California as we did 4 games out there. There are NAL games yesterday afternoon, a couple more here this morning. High school girls soccer ranking show tonight here in the state of Michigan.
So let's take a look here at the current weather here in the great state of Michigan here on this beautiful Sunday morning. It's 47 degrees outside. Inside, it's a balmy 70. I don't know if that's true or not, but either way, as a good look there at a parent fan here on field side. Let's take a look here at this U15 standings. They come up on your screen here now. There they are. Yesterday, a bunch of teams playing around the state. Michigan Jaguars getting a victory, sitting atop that table with 12 points. Midwest United, they did not play yesterday. Sockers did play yesterday against Liverpool. Liverpool coming away with a victory. And a look there at the Wolves. The Wolves falling short yesterday, 2-0 to Sockers FC. That game was here on the National Soccer Network at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. We are going to bring you now into our studios here in Detroit, Michigan. We'll get those standings off the screen and bring you inside, and there we are. There we're Dan Stickrett.
There's the Red Sun Center in the background.
Dan Stickrett, I'm Jonathan Turner, and yes, it is a Sunday morning. We're getting ready to cover some soccer here, the National Academy League. And for those that don't know what that is, Dan, what is the National Academy League?
Well, it's kind of a second tier below the MLS next. A lot of these players do play for the respective high schools, but it's almost like a feeder system. So sometimes a player might shine at this level and they get called up some games with the MLS next in the academy circuit. So it's just another extension of the ever-growing youth club soccer pyramid across the United States. It seems to get larger and larger each and every school year.
That it does. We've got a good matchup here on tap for you today. You know, we talk about these U15 boys matchups. Again, we have 2 games here this morning. We have one at 9:15, and this 9:30, and then another one at 11 o'clock. This 9:15 matchup is another, again, the same match we saw yesterday with the Sockers FC. As we go back out here to the field now and take a look as teams and players getting ready here to get this thing underway. Dan, what can we expect from this matchup compared to what we saw maybe yesterday?
Well, yesterday, the Michigan Wolves, they really struggled to get into the offensive third of the field. They were not combining on passes. A lot of the 1- and 2-touch soccer just wasn't there, and thus the lack of creative space, a lot of opportunities wasted whenever they did have the ball in the final third. So we'll see if the Michigan Wolves can make some adjustments on the offensive attack. For SC United, they have a 14-7 scoring edge so far this season, so they are a much more prominent offensive team. The Michigan Wolves are going to have to be wary of a handful of players from FC United and try to slow down their attack as well.
Moments away from getting this game underway as the players make their way out onto the pitch. A young gentleman there right in front of the camera, and he is yawning, and I would say that that's fraudulent on a Sunday like this in the morning. Can't get your yawn on.
Yeah, you can't. It's Sunday. No yawning. No yawning allowed, period. We'll start a movement.
Look there at FC United. They'll be in their white and red kits here today. Yeah, what'd you do yesterday after our games?
pair of games in the afternoon, several in the evening. So when we were all done, I went directly home into bed. We did not get out of here till past midnight last night.
I did roll into bed last night right around 3 a.m. is when I actually made my way. I got a chance to actually sleep. Looks as though the Wolves will be in their black kits here today.
And this is the U15 division, so players were born in 2010. Most of these players are current high school freshmen, a couple 8th graders sprinkled on both rosters, but tomorrow's stars today.
In moments away from getting this game underway. 2 40-minute halves here today. We'll have the U19s coming up here on the other side of this game. A good look there at Evans Longstreth, standing right here in front of our camera, along with Kenny Ono. Not given the starting lineups for either of these sides, but that's not uncommon for us at this level. Hopefully, the more and more we do games like this, Dan, the more often we'll have the fans chiming in. But we are officially underway here. Michigan Wolves taking on FC United. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. You're watching the National Academy League Mid-American Conference on the National Soccer Network. Is a good opportunity here in the early going as this ball shifted over to Ono. Try and track it down here in the corner, down by the end line, and just slot this one across towards top of the 18. Nobody there, though, for the Wolves.
Through traffic, no one there to make a run and get a tap on the ball.
It's to Envy, number 9 for the Wolves. Going to come up with that one now. Played up towards Julian Jorwiak, number 15. He'll bring it up. First opportunity here of the morning for FC United into the 18. It's Longstreth now down at the end line. Look to put one across into the box. He does, and that's good defensive work. And now here comes the Wolves.
So FC United SC Chicago comes out of Glenview, Illinois. That's kind of the northern suburbs of Chicago, up near Evanston and Arlington Heights. Several others suburbs there near the coastline of Lake Michigan.
Talk about that game yesterday. The 2 goals coming in that game, one in the first half, one in the second half, as ball goes out of touch for a goal kick. A goal scored in the 31st minute yesterday. Again, as a brace on the afternoon for Sockers FC attacker William Robinson. He actually didn't start in that game. Ended up coming in as a substitute in both the first and second half. Scored his goal in the 31st minute and then scored the second goal of his brace in the 70th minute. That was the scoring in yesterday's matchup, as now here comes FC United. Ball put across into the 18. Out comes the goalkeeper in Rockwood. That was Rockwood. Good opportunity yesterday. Played fairly well. Ball picked up here by number 23, Friarni. Foranini, I apologize. Ball just kind of pops up, settle back down. FC United on the ball. Something we saw yesterday with this Wolves side is how much possession. Look at this now, a one-on-one. Longstreth now. Good defensive work, but he was all alone. And good work there by Asahi Ono. Defensively, but he was wide open, and if he had just gotten a better touch on that ball, you're one-on-one with Rockwood, and
just not enough real estate to operate on. Both teams have been able to get the ball down in the opposing side's box. Still no shots here in the first 3:20 of action.
Ono plays it inside. Ornini. One back now by the Wolves. Good cut inside. One by SC United. Cosenza. Flag goes up. Offside is the call. Beautiful Sunday morning here in Michigan inside the Trinity Sports Health Dome here in Livonia. It's not bad outside. 43 degrees was the temperature. Not that terrible of a temperature here in the early parts of April. A week from today, though, Easter Sunday, Dan. Easter Sunday coming up here next weekend.
We're already about to the midpoint of April. Is this year they call 2025 is rolling along. Wolves on the attack once again.
Ball, that's a great ball into Ono. Ono looks to put it across, but he was in an offside position. Second offside here in the last couple minutes.
Yesterday we're in the outdoor fields. It got up to be about 56, 57 degrees later in the afternoon.
Now look at this opportunity that goes just wide of goal. I think that was Cristobal Sandoval, number 25, who put that one just past Rockwood on the left side of that goal. Ball put back in play by Rockwood. Near side now to Ono. Looking up this near side to his brother, and that one will make its way out.
Michigan Wolves will look to get the Ono connection more involved in the attack here today. They were held scoreless yesterday in that 2-0 defeat to Sockers SC, also out of Chicago.
Well, one back. Ono cuts inside on his left foot. He's looking to get shot. Ono still on his left foot, just wide.
So both teams in the last couple minutes getting quality opportunities, both shots just wide of frame.
I mean, that one just skirts past that near post. A well-struck ball by Ono. Just unable to get that one on frame.
Just trying to angle it through traffic to that right post. Just a little bit wide of frame. Dangerous nevertheless. But we're still scoreless here in the 8th minute. In the U15 division of the National Academy League, Michigan Wolves, FC United out of Chicago. Both teams just one shot, neither on frame at this point of the game.
To apologize if my voice is crack-a-lack in here today. I know Dan might not crack-a-lack. He doesn't maybe get as much oomph in his voice, but did call 3 games yesterday, and it's been a minute, so I got to get my voice back kind of into it a little bit. You know, it's been some time since I called a bunch of games in a row. But if you're watching here for the first time, hit that subscribe button, like us, and share this with your friends and family. Get involved in the comments. Let us know who you think is going to win this game, who you're rooting for. Our producer, Brianna Turner, will actually create a poll here in the YouTube channel of who you think will win this game. Those hot pink shoes right there, Dan. Those things are bright. You see those?
Help wake you up here in this Sunday morning.
Good looking shoe right there. I like that. Yeah. There's Ono now, who just had a left-footed shot that went wide a few moments ago, unable to make his way up the pitch. Well, there's your poll.
The Ono brothers for the Michigan Wolves. You know, Thursday was National Sibling Day, so
Yeah.
there you go, a pair of brothers in the soccer space, suiting up here on Saturday and Sunday.
I guess there's no chance of a tie option in that poll, but which will make up, I think, Random Mossy very upset.
Random Mossy does come from Australia, big fan
Well,
of ours,
assume
and
he does,
might be sleeping right now. I don't know.
Ball up that far side. Makes its way to the foot of number 18. Cole Wilson. He'll lose the ball, though.
I had a score result come through on my business cell here about 8 o'clock this morning. It came from one of the teams in the League for Clubs, an amateur pre-professional league, and that was the West region, so that is essentially all California-based teams. What you think about that? The results came in, which would have been 5 a.m. their time, 8 a.m. our time here on Eastern Standard Time. Not sure why a coach was submitting a result at 5 o'clock in the morning out west, but nevertheless, feel free to do so at any level of soccer across the country if you want to submit your scores for publication consideration.
I was getting text messages last night from that conference up until about 3 o'clock in the morning. So,
Guess they didn't get a lot of sleep either.
well, at 3 o'clock, though, it's still only midnight their time. So, but still, don't forget tonight coming up here at 8 p.m. Eastern, the high school ranking show presented by Jess Slabbed. We'll talk about that throughout much of the morning.
That's the Michigan rankings provided to us by the Michigan High School Soccer Coach Association. 17 states play girls soccer in the spring. I believe 5 play boys soccer in the spring months as well. Different weather patterns, different parts of the country. You know, over the winter months, we had states like Florida and Southern California and Texas all played during the winter months. State of Georgia plays its boys and girls soccer in the spring. Their state tournament's getting ready to start here later in April.
So a free kick coming up here. 12th minute of this game. Staying over this one is number 4, Aaron Buell. Buell will look to put this one high up in the air. Out comes the goaltender. Gets a touch on that. Not quite sure who's in goal. If you are watching this and are a FC United mom or dad or fan for that matter, I guess know who the goalkeeper is would be very helpful. I thought I saw a 3 in his jersey. I mean, like a 31 maybe. So here comes the corner kick, first one of the afternoon. It's 13. Aha. Vivon Jane. Sometimes it just takes the ball going over the goal like that to find out the number, Dan. Huge.
Just have to be patient. Kind of like a team building it out of the back. Just have to be patient.
Ball played back in, though. Tanambi right there. He'll go down. Yeah, I call foul. They are. So now the Wolves have a free kick. This one even more dangerous than the last. This one just outside the 18.
19 yards out on that right side.
Well, I just counted the steps. It's five yards from that ball. So you're looking at 23 yards from goal. So it's taking this free kick will be Consenza.
Trying to bend this over the wall or around the wall.
Oh, look at this. Now a little trickery as that ball is put wide as Manny Coates was the one who took that shot with the left foot.
When you are a team struggling to score goals at this point of the season, you get a great opportunity there, 18 to 25 yards out. inside the box. You have to try to put something on frame, maybe even get a deflection off of another player. Something that will create any type of scoring chance. That was a squandered opportunity by the Michigan Wolves.
The ball's thrown in on that far side. Hanneby comes in, good work, but trying to win that back. Look like a little shot that goes just past the far post. I believe that was Drozwiak.
2 shots here for both teams. Now in the 15th minute. No shots on target at this point. Just one corner kick for the Michigan Wolves.
Ball's played up towards midfield, tracked down by Cosenza. And up that far side, Cosenza. Looks to put this one into the box, but right into the hands of Jane. Good interception. Wolves having a little bit more success here in this first half than we saw yesterday in the first half. Moving the ball around. They've seemed to have a rhythm right now, at least offensively. One thing they just haven't been able to do is create a lot of opportunities. Which, again, you don't need a ton of them in soccer. You just need one good one. But the reality is that it comes with, you know, good opportunities come from working the ball around right in possession, but great opportunities come around from finding those channels and those seams that they're trying to put together right now. Good combination play there is Covino losing the ball, but they're going to call another foul. So this is another free kick coming up here for the Wolves. This one about 35 yards from goal, maybe 30.
A great chance to kind of serve this into the box, have some players run onto it in traffic to try to create a scoring opportunity. Again, the Michigan Wolves outscored 6-1 in their first 4 games here in the 2025 spring season. See if they can finally get their offense on track here today.
So a shot is taken, and that is sailed up and over. It's been good from 3 points. Up this near side. Oh no. Losing the ball for the time being, but one back by FC United. Long straight. Now Ono. Looking to slot one up. Good little touch. Wilson. Up with the ball now. He's got Cosenza out wide. I was going to say, he looked offside. And those types of decisions will come with more experience and playing at a high level, right? I mean, we're sitting in our chairs here, Dan. That looked offside from here. Recognizing that as a player to not play that ball to your teammate who's in an offside position, especially when you have numbers forward like that, that will come as they continue to get older, more experience at this level. That's the difference maker between winning and losing games at a higher level too.
Higher level, more experience you get, the fewer chances that are created. So you need to learn at an earlier age that when you have an opportunity,
another offside flag going up,
to make that right run, to put a set piece on target, whatever the thing is that you're trying to do throughout the course of a match, the older you get, the fewer opportunities will present themselves, especially in the higher levels of soccer. And really that mentality can also, you know, bleed in a lot of other sports. You don't always know when your opportunity will come to make a play to contribute. You could be a basketball player in a tight-knit game. You're subbed into the game. You're fouled with 30 seconds left, and you head to that free throw line with a chance to put your team up. It's what you train for. It's what you live for as an athlete. You need to be able to come through in the clutch when those opportunities present themselves.
That one did go in the goal on that far side, though. Oh, I guess it missed. I thought it went in. Look there at the banners here for both the Wolves and the Hawks. This is where they both call home, as well as the Ocelots. Men's and women's junior college soccer programs. Been highly successful over the last number of years. Rick Larson's been at the helm for the Ocelots for a very long time. It's got to be over 15, 20 years now at this point.
He's in charge of the men's soccer program, and Ken Shingledecker is coach of the
women's
Michigan Wolves youth system, also the boys coach at Leone Stevenson. Actively involved in a lot of different tiers of soccer there in the western suburbs of Detroit, coaching collegiate youth club and high school. Shingledecker did step down back in December from the girls' soccer position at Leone Stevenson.
Good way ball movement here now up this near side, but that cross does not find its target. Mason Simons was there. Lucas Lansbury came in here a moment ago. Couple substitutions coming in now here for FC United. Reached the halfway point here of this first half. The head coach of this U15 side, Joseph Sawicki. Assistant coach is Scott Duell, and Ken Shingledecker is the other coach. And you've got Michael Skupian, head coach of FC United Soccer Club, again out of Chicago. Alexander Bogoslavich is also an assistant coach here for FC United. I think the biggest difference between, the Wolves, Dan, and maybe the Jaguars and Vardar and Liverpool is that Vardar would have 27 coaches listed on this page, right? And no pun intended to Vardar. You're great respect for Vardar and all the teams, but I always laugh because like De La Salle in the high school game, right? What are they known for? Having a coaching staff of 27 too, right? Is look at this owner. Well, that's Tanabe now looking for Lansbury. Oh, that's a great save by Jan. Lansbury is right there now. He'll look to put this back towards that back post. And it's high and goes out.
Jane did a great job of coming over to his left, our right, to kind of slide and knock away that cross. That could have been a very dangerous opportunity for the Wolves. Jane, the netminder for SC United Chicago there, patrolling his box with authority. So we're now in the 23rd minute. Scoreless draw here between the Michigan Wolves, SC United. This is the National Academy League on the National Soccer Network.
NAL. All played out wide. Nobody there for the Wolves. And the Wolves in their black, white trimmed kits going left to right on your screen. FC United in their white and red. They're going right to left.
It's the NAL. Done games so far since the beginning of the year with MLS Next, Elite 64, ECNL boys and girls. So many different levels of the club soccer pyramid. Keeps evolving, it keeps changing, it keeps expanding. Each and every level, more and more clubs adding more and more teams. It's good for the growth of the game as more and more kids get a chance to play. Much better coaching nowadays than in years ago when I grew up. There wasn't a lot of club teams back in the 1980s.
Look at this opportunity now. Here comes FC United. Look at this right in. Long strength, and that's saved. I don't think that made its way to Rockwood.
That went off a defender's kneecap.
And that's a shot that deflects on its way in, but the referee's going to say no goal. Goal is called off for offside. Maybe we have another look at that one. I'm not sure. Yeah, we do. Look at that. Producer on fire. This one is shot, yes, and looks like that was touched in by Sandoval, number 25. So he was in an offside position. Maybe it was 35. Apologize. I think it was Kevin Shaw.
A teammate, nevertheless, uncranked to him from about 30, 35 yards out. Kind of snuck through traffic.
It was Daniel Ruiz, number 21, who took the shot. And then, yes.
Player in the offside position. Goal is nullified.
Player going down for the Wolves. So ball thrown in. Good touch. Unable to corral that one was Coates. Popped up in the air. Looking to play inside. Now played back. Krecky. Placed in central, but nobody there. And right to FC United defender. Go to that far side. That one finds the way in the back of the net. A lot of nets here at Schoolcraft College indoor soccer field. If you can count how many goals there are,
surrounding this one field indoors,
you might win a prize.
That's just a great example how soccer has grown in our country over the last several decades. You have places like this all over the country, indoor and outdoor facilities, goals of all sizes. Can fit a lot of teams in a facility like this in the evening. Say it on Monday nights, you have.
Here comes Cha.
You have little tykes in kindergarten, first and second grade out here practicing, high school. Boys and girls at different levels.
Ball's played into the 18, headed away. Lansbury makes a meal of it, clears it up. Makes his way now to 27. That's Tubis. Maybe Tubies. And we were not given pronunciations here prior to the start of this game, so we do apologize if we are unable to pronounce them correctly. If you can help us in the comments section, that would be fantastic if we are in fact butchering a player's name. Hard foul there as went down Adam Thomas, who yesterday grandparents chiming in. Not sure where they were watching from, but they were definitely watching. Lansbury down by the end line will run out of real estate, and out it will go.
28th minute now. Michigan Wolves holding that 4-3 shots advantage. 1-0 with shots on frame, as SC United did have a goal called back due to an offside player.
All played. That was Consensa. Settled down now by Cha. One back by the Wolves. 13 minutes to go here in this opening half. A ball played over towards his near side is given away. Thomas now will make his way. Plays inside. Square ball almost intercepted, but now one back by FC United. Cha making his way up this near side. Gets past the defender. Cha looking maybe to cut it inside. Good work defensively. Merca's 26. Steven Rizecki playing that one well. Lansbury now on the ball. Thomas is right there as well, but FC United up this near side. Gill. Tubies. All played up one time up the near side. And out it will go.
Handful of quality scoring
Yes.
opportunities for both teams, but not a ton on target. Just one shot on goal between these two sides. Now in the 30th minute of this 40-minute first half. 10.5 minutes or so left before that halftime whistle will be blown.
Which, yeah, I mean, you can get a, well, you don't do coffee, but get a refill of coffee as Lansbury will put one right on target, and Jan will be there to pick it up.
Yeah, I guess I'm one of them people. Never, ever cared for coffee.
Well, if you just throw a bucket of sugar in there and creamer, you know, it doesn't taste like coffee. Just an FYI, that's a hard tackle. I know you're thinking you're gonna get the tackle there, Buell, but that was a tackle. That was a foul.
Kind of turned and pleaded his case, but the referee, as you know, does not reverse calls in soccer.
Taken here by 39 Lafferty. This ball is played right into the hands of Rockwood.
First official save for Thomas Rockwood in here in the morning. Almost said the word afternoon. Essentially living in the studio or in the field here the last few weeks. Footprint is rapidly expanding across the country.
A well-struck ball. That one right in the hands of Rockwood again. There's a couple good opportunities here. Last couple of moments for FC United. Both teams have nothing to show for their opportunities so far in this one. 32 minutes into this game.
SC United came in with a 14-7 scoring edge this season. They do have a 10-0 victory to their credit. The opposite end, the Michigan Wolves struggling on the offensive end of the field. They've been outscored 6-1 in the course of their first 4 matches here in 2025.
Lansbury going over the top, looking for Ono. Out comes Jane, and that one's cleared away. Still in play, though. Simon's there defensively for the Wolves. It's a good ball right up the seam. Another good ball. Now Cha. Out comes Rockwood. One time clears it away.
Shaw was trying to sneak through traffic to get a shot opportunity off, but
That's a struck ball that I believe that Gill would want back. That one sailed high and wide.
that's 3 shot attempts by FC United here in the last couple of minutes, as we're now in the 33rd minute of the first half. It now has a 6-4 shots advantage, 2-1 on frame. The Michigan Wolves providing the game's only corner kick, but up on that scoreboard, which matters more than any other category, 0-0. Michigan Wolves, SC United out of Chicago. Playing a game of chess here Sunday morning at Schoolcraft College of Livonia, Michigan.
We've seen a couple of times here this afternoon, this morning, where Gill from FC United, a number of players from Wolves have really sailed the ball high and wide of frame, and can use a reference here. Reminds me very much of Ray Finkel. Next Miami Dolphins kicker who was a main antagonist in the film Ace Ventura, Pet
Einhorn,
Detective.
Einhorn and Finkel, Finkel and Einhorn. You know, I was Ace Ventura one year for Halloween back in the 90s. I went to a costume party.
Alrighty
in
then.
college, and I had a T-shirt. It was kind of a baggy, long T-shirt. Said "Alrighty" on, "Alrighty then," and kind of put like a loose like flannel over or flannel over that.
Oh, look at this. As Lansbury's going to try and track this down. He'll get there before it goes out. Now a cross one back in. Back post. So it's a one-time shot. That does go wide. That was Simon. Mason Simons there at the back post, just unable to get that one on frame.
So 5 shot attempts for the Michigan Wolves, only 1 on frame here. That came early in this match. Now in the 35th minute, so just a little over 5 minutes left in the first half. Both teams have combined for 11 total shot attempts, but just 3 on goal. Here in the first half, both teams are creating chances near and far, just unable to put a lot at the framework. Both goalies have combined for just 3 saves. That's Thomas Rockwood, Michigan Wolves, Devon Jane of FC United.
Ruiz put a shot there on goal right at Rockwood. Steps up and just takes the easy grab up that far side. Wilson cleared away into the back of the net. It's 1-0. Nothing at all, huh, Dan? I said clear the net, 1-0.
There you go.
Not a thing, wow. It is still early. Sun is still coming up here in Michigan. The park. Lansbury looking for Thomas.
I think part of me still in my night slumber, kind of semi-coma state.
Have you had your Coke yet today there, Dan?
No, I have not had any
That's probably why.
Coca-Cola or Pepsi or any type of juice, like orange juice or cranberry juice.
Gill.
Just water here this morning.
All played into the 18. It's headed away. Ball will now make its way down to the end line. This would be a corner.
I would be a liar if I said I was a morning person.
We've been up way earlier than this before, Dan. So
yes.
You're going to snap out of it. Either way. Getting towards the business end of this first half. It's 0-0 here at Schoolcraft College, the Trinity Sports Dome. Iorini will put this one back in. Ball comes in right in the middle of the park, and Cha had a wide open look, and it goes wide.
He turns around, shakes his head, shot, an opportunity about 6 yards out in the middle of that mixing ball, unable to put anything on target. That's kind of been the way this particular game is being played. 13 total shots between these two sides, but only 4 on target. 1 corner kick apiece. We're now in the 38th minutes. We're down to the final couple minutes here of the first half. Both teams just struggling to put shots on target.
Fiorni finding Gill in the 18. He'll cut it back. Good work defensively.
We talked about that early in the first half. You look at a sport like soccer and hockey, you do not know when those opportunities, you do not know how many opportunities you're going to get throughout the course of a match, but you got to take advantage of those opportunities. You might only have one as an individual player. Ball slided to you, and you have just a second to react, trying to turn around and fire a shot on target. Or you might get awarded a set piece outside the box or a penalty kick inside the box.
Look at this now. Wilson now. Oh, that's a great defensive play. Ono is right there. Loose ball finding its way to Thomas. Lansbury now. He'll look to fire a shot. He does. It's right into the hands of Jane.
Michigan Wolves had numbers on that attack. Just able to get a shot off. Not a ton of pace on that shot. Right to Jane, his second official save of the morning. He snared a couple crosses as well.
Under a minute and a half to go. Look at the back heel. Did not go as that was Fiornini trying to play that to his teammate. And Lansbury battle here with Tubis. Lafferty to that far side. Foul called. Last moments of this first half. Happy to have you along wherever you're watching. It's 0-0. In the NAL Mid-American North Conference here on the National Soccer Network. Michigan Wolves taking on FC United out of the Chicago area. Thomas puts it back in the mix.
Feel free to tell us where you're watching the game from. Online, city, state, even country. Might have a loved one or family friend in this game.
Kind of a back and forth game here so far, but that is going to wrap up this first half. First half score is scoreless here at the half. We're going to roll out of here as 40 minutes down. And 40 minutes to go. Looks like we're going to have a goalkeeper change too, possibly. Nope, that's going to be the goalies for either side. Either way, it's 0-0. You're watching NAL on the National Soccer Network. Be back after this.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Looks great. Oh.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Welcome back. Live in the Trinity Health Sports Dome in Livonia, Michigan. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickert. Happy to have you along wherever you're watching, near and far. It's halftime. It's tied. It's 0-0. And as they say across the pond, 0-0.
0-0 across the big pond.
The big pond.
The very big pond.
It is a beautiful Sunday morning here in the great state of Michigan. 1 week away from Easter Sunday. 48 degrees here in Livonia, Michigan. Nothing really to show you in the form of replays. We did have one really good replay here back, I believe, in the first half. Maybe we'll get a chance to show it to you. It's possible. But
not a lot of great opportunities. 9-6 in total shots in favor of SC United. 4-2 with shots on frame. Both teams having one corner kick apiece. And a lot of squandered opportunities. Just 6 shots on target, and I believe 5 of those 6 shots on target combined from these two sides were from a distance well outside the box.
here's a look at this one here. This was the one that will never go down in the books as a goal. We are back underway. Back underway here. Michigan Wolves now going right to left on your screen. They're wearing the all-black kits. And going left to right, FC United in their white and red kits. All played into the box towards Wilson. Still inside the 18. Good work as this one will sail up. Again, another Ray Finkel. Then Buell. Got my second cup of coffee, Dan. I'm doing well.
Second cup of coffee.
Grab your Coke.
Nice cold can of Coke here to my right. I know, unhealthy. Very late working night last night, very early morning. For several of us here at the National Soccer Network. A little go-go juice to kind of get me going here.
So throw-in coming up here on this near side, right in front of the parents and fans. Sandoval was there on that play. Now Wilson will bring it up here over midfield. Not a bad ball. Looking for Cosenza. Down by the end line. Draws a corner.
Second corner kick of the morning for the Michigan Wolves. First of the second half. Attacking the net on the east side of the Trinity Sports Dome.
Ball comes in, and this one will not make its way onto the pitch. And that's the one thing that we talk about a lot, Dan, and it's not necessarily in regards to an age thing. It's at every level. You've got these opportunities, and you know, I understand the need to try to change things up. I get that, right? But there's nothing to be said about keeping it simple, right? And you know, getting the ball into play, just get it into play. Give your teammates a chance to do something, right? That's the biggest challenge. And
yeah, sometimes you do have to keep it simple. Just send the ball into the box, see what you create. And I'll give you a great analogy to another sport. I don't know how many thousands of high school volleyball games I've covered over the years where a team's got the momentum, they're having a great rally, and instead of just serving the ball in the play, they do a jump serve, they serve it way too long, the ball goes back to the other team, and then they start a run. The same concept, just when it comes to sports, sometimes the simple approach is the right approach. Here in soccer, you have a set piece, a corner kick, a free kick outside the box. Get it into the box and try to create a scoring chance off of that.
another corner kick coming up here for the Wolves. We saw them yesterday in that game against Sockers. Very dangerous on the set pieces. Maybe it's the wind in the dome here today.
Yeah, it's really, really windy inside here at the Trinity Sports Dome. You can see those banners in the background moving back and forth.
This ball is a good ball into the box. That one actually, arm went up in the air. It almost hit off the arm as this ball is played up now towards midfield. Worked by Zubiak. It hit his teammate and Joswiak.
So the Wolves back on the move once again.
Hanneby. Cut inside. Oh, a swing and a miss. Can Wilson get there? He does. Nice little spin turn. Wilson keeps fighting hard. Ball is loose, just top of the 18. Cosenza. Now Wilson will fire a shot, and the referee says no foul as the ball makes its way to the goalkeeper. We do have a goalie change. Waiting to see if we can get a number. Hoping that's David Mearston. Now foul being called again, this time against FC United. Starting to question whether or not this is a homer ref there, Dan. I mean, I think every call has gone in favor. All kidding aside, we know the referee very well, but it's just like every foul with inside of 25 or 30 yards is, we have not yet seen a free kick, I think, for FC United in this game kind of an area.
Game official for what, close to 20 years here in the state of Michigan?
Something like that. After you get past 15, they kind of start losing.
It starts to blend in, huh?
Yep. Free kick there was taken, though, by number 26, Steven Grzecki. Just eclipsed the 46th minute of this game. The ball given away. Look at this now. Tanabe, he'll cut back. Now Tanabe, it's blocked on the way towards goal. Wilson gets a crack at it, and that one finds its way into the hands of number 1, David Mearstein.
Mearstein subbed into the game at halftime, getting a lot of activity in his direction here in the first 6 minutes of the second half. Pair of saves at the doorstep to keep this game level at 0 apiece.
I think it's Mertsin. I believe that's pronounced. But nonetheless, coming into the game, that's the one thing you have to be fearful of as a coach, is getting another goalkeeper in right during the game. You know, you have a situation where it's a 0-0 game, right? And I don't know how I would be able to handle that as a player today, Dan. Like, I was a goalkeeper. Usually there's just one goalie on your team. Right, growing up, I only had one goalie. There weren't backups. You know, not saying that wasn't a thing, but for me on my teams, it wasn't a thing. Unless when you got into high school, it was. But now you're bringing a goalkeeper in, middle of the game. I struggle with that because there's a component of being a goalkeeper where, there's the psychological, there's the physical aspect of it. I guess kids today are just way more versatile than maybe I was growing up.
Yeah, there's something about coming into the game a little bit cold. Your teammates been running around the field. You were sitting on the bench in the first half. But as the game of soccer has grown, the better coaching, the better competition, a lot of club teams, a lot of high school teams, they'll have 2 good goalies on a roster. I mean, I see it all the time.
Look at this opportunity now. Back post and goes just wide.
Micronism of the game is shot wide of frame for FC United.
I think they're going to hit the corner. Taylor, look at it here. He's definitely calling for it. I believe that was.
Did it scoop off the
number 8?
Maybe the fingertips of
Evan Longstreth. Definitely, you're going to see it touched off of somebody from the Wolves. Is this one to be played in now off the corner? Good work. Cosenza looks to play it up. Should play that up and over that back line. Instead, gets it right back to FC United. Ruiz pushes it out wide. Tracking it down, number 25, Sandoval, down by the end line. Playing it back now. Barini. Say good tackle is Cosenza. Got caught between two defenders from FC United. Barini losing the ball. Out of play it will go.
A couple minutes ago, we were talking about having 2 or 3 quality goalkeepers on our roster. It's very commonplace, even in the high school ranks, where a team will have a pair of very good goalkeepers. I've seen it this year in girls' soccer season. Several teams have 2 college recruits. They're splitting in halves. Now, college rosters, they'll carry 3, 4, 5, 6 goalkeepers sometimes on a roster. Oh, that's going to change now with the NCAA kind of reducing the number of roster spots you can have in men's and women's soccer. Last fall, like Oakland University, there was no cap of a roster, so they had 6 goalkeepers on their team. Goalie got goalkeeper of the year in the Horizon League, so they allow their starting goalkeeper to play about 95% of the minutes.
One back, FC United. All played up top. Jozwiak will be taken down, and so a free kick coming up here. That was Witowski taking down Julian Jozwiak. So a free kick coming up here for, actually they call a foul on Jozwiak. Okay.
Looked like at my angle that the Wolves player kind of gave a little hip check to the attacking player for SC United. Got the worst of the collision, fell to the ground, but referee said otherwise. The flag's going to put his flag up right away. Let's see. Unless that was actually an offside.
No,
Position,
the referee put his flag up and waved it, so the assistant referee waved the foul, so he called it for that direction. So Hannaby play it back. So cycle back through the back line as Rockwood. We'll see the ball at his feet. A bit of a build-up play for the Wolves. This ball played high and into defensive third of FC United. Bring this ball up now. Left-footed shot that goes well wide of frame. That was Covino. Owen Covino.
5th shot of the second half for the Michigan Wolves. 2 on target. 2 corner kicks, and for SC United, just 1 shot attempt and 1 corner kick here in the second half, which is now moved into the 53rd minute. Overall, the Wolves have 11 to 10 shots advantage in this contest. Still no score.
Ball played inside. Cosenza will play it right at the goalkeeper. Mertson.
3 saves here in the second half for Mertson. His teammate will be in Von Gine. 2 stops in the first half.
See a couple substitutions coming on as Adam Thomas makes his way back out onto the pitch. Confusion possibly there with Joseph Sawicki and the Wolves.
I see one coach on both teams' bench. You know, they'll sometimes list a head coach and several assistants, but the way the soccer landscape is today, a lot of these coaches, they'll coach so many teams. They'll be coaching various levels of boys and girls youth club. They'll be maybe on a high school roster somewhere. They might be on a college roster in the fall. There are some colleges that play a couple of spring games. They are all over the map, literally all over the country. Might not have your entire coaching staff at a particular game all the time.
Ball finally cleared out of the 18. Settled down by Una.
Now in the 55th minute, still scoreless draw between the Michigan Wolves and FC United Chicago.
So a free kick was called a moment ago. Or foul on FC United. Maybe you know the foul count there, Dan. Is it as lopsided as I think it is?
5 fouls against the Michigan Wolves and 7 against FC United.
Guess I'm not seeing the same thing you're seeing, Dan. As Thomas now. Good turn on the ball.
Although FC United has been whistled a few more fouls just outside of their box.
Ruiz looking to slot one up. Out comes Rockwood. Good ball. Good read by Rockwood. Ball makes his way all the way back to Mertson.
See players showing up for the next game out in the distance. Another very busy day here at the National Soccer Network. That shot is deflected over the crossbar. Should be quarter kick number 3 of the second half coming up for the Michigan Wolves. Well, they rolled out a goal kick.
Hopefully enjoying the broadcast. You're watching it on the National Soccer Network on YouTube as well as on Roku TV. Oh, the chance now as a shot is fired up and over. Owen Covino. A well-struck ball, just unable to get over that ball enough to keep it on target. And that's really been the story of the morning for both these teams. They have had opportunities, just unable to get them on frame and give away. Look at this now, Thomas. Lays it off now. Covino will fire one! And that is upper 90! Owen Covino breaks the scoreless. It's 1-0. What a strike. The giveaway, Covino threw 2 players upper 90 past the outstretched arms are Mertson. And just like that, the Wolves have scored here in the 59th minute.
You talk about making the most of your opportunity. That ball kind of squirts out to Owen Covino. 25 yards out. He literally uncorks a laser that bends into the upper 90 on the right side to put his team up 1-0. 9th shot attempt of the second half, 4th on target. Finally breaks that stalemate. The homestanding Michigan Wolves in the U15 division take that 1-0 advantage over their counterparts from SC United Chicago.
Just a well-struck ball, Dan. I mean, through traffic too. I mean, the other shots that have gone up and over and wide and off of target were all just practice shots leading up to that magnificent strike as this ball is put out wide. Seeing now if FC United can answer that 59th minute goal by Owen Covino. Let's take another look at that goal. It was just a thing of beauty. Here it is. Let's slow this thing down too if we can. Look at this. This thing is just unbelievable. Look at that ball. Just what a strike. What a strike. What a finish.
Covino, his moment to shine came here in the second half. We've talked about it time and time in this broadcast. We've talked about it time and time again in thousands of broadcasts here in the network. You never know when that chance might come your way. Owen Covino did not squander that opportunity. He rose up, puts in a highlight reel goal to put his team up 1-0.
Shout out to our producer, Brianna Turner, doing a fantastic job on the 1s and 2s. This ball will come in. Rockwood with a two-fisted punch, and referee will call a foul.
4th foul against FC United here in the second half. So change here in the second half. Michigan Wolves 9-1 in total shots, 4-0 with shots on frame, and they were able to get that go-ahead goal here just a couple minutes ago.
So some substitutions coming here for FC United. Only the second goal of this season for the Wolves. This ball makes his way down to the end line, and out it will go. Good work by Buell to shield that one out of play. Ball now all the way going to go out up that far side, and that's going to be a corner.
Kick number 4 on the game coming up for the Michigan Wolves, looking to add to their lead as we're now in the 63rd minute.
So the corner kick going to happen here. Ball comes in towards Covino, in the mix, ball loose and finally cleared away.
Kind of bounced around that penalty box for a couple of seconds there.
Tanabe in the corner, plays it back, looking to get a cross in. Big cross. Getting head on it is Wilson. Oh no, tries to bring it down. He'll go down. No call.
Just lost his balance a little bit trying to turn towards the goal. Michigan Wolves just getting their second goal of the 2025 campaign. They were outscored 6-1 in previous matches.
Ball up that far side. Out comes Rockwood, and he'll make the easy grab. I have received all the rankings, Dan, so we are good to go for Division 4, Division 1, and 2 and 3. So we've received all of them. Just got to build them in now, Dan.
To build them in, high school girls soccer ranking show tonight, 8 p.m. on YouTube.
Look at this now. Oh, no. Down that far side, into the 18. Look at that, sliding at far post! Oh, no! Makes it 2-0 in the 64th. What a fantastic finish. We have seen 2 world-class finishes in the last 7 minutes, Dan. My goodness.
Right at the 65th minute mark. Keon Ono breaks through on that right side, able to slot one into the far post. So shot opportunities number 9 and number 10 here in the second half has resulted in a pair of goals to the Michigan Wolves. They have doubled their output for the season. Again, they only scored 1 goal in their first 3 matches here in the 2025 campaign, but finally able to get untracked here with a pair of goals in the second half. Now their visitors from FC United Chicago has to find a way to claw back into this contest. They've only had 1 shot attempt and no shots on frame here in the second half.
Well, 2-0. Now it's time to finish it out if you're the Wolves. This is a very important moment for them. If you think about where they are right now, haven't won a game this season so far. In the spring season, you're up 2, 15 minutes to play. There's still plenty of time for FC United to get one back as this ball is put into the 18, and that's going to go past its intended target. Luke Hoffmeister was the target. But putting away your opponents is so important. Learning how that works. And we always talk about how dangerous 2-0 leads are. And while every coach will tell you I'd rather be up 2-0 than the latter, is that the next goal in this game could be a deciding goal. So if the Wolves can go down and get another goal right now, then that puts this game out of reach. And the Wolves can maybe take their foot off the gas a little bit. But if they allow a goal, it changes the complexity of this game. And again, the experiences, this is why these leagues were created, so to give players a chance to get a taste of the high level, high quality play, but the experience of playing at a high level and the opportunity to be able to use that in their growing trajectory, wherever that might take them. All in the corner, into the 18 it will go. And it popped up. Hoffmeister will go down. No foul, says the referee. We'll keep playing. Up that far side. Ooh, good tackle. Down, that was... I don't have a 65 on my roster. Maybe you do, Dan?
Do not see a number 65.
All played back now.
Perhaps a jersey change or a roster addition here for today's game.
Mertzen.
And that's part of a large club like the Michigan Wolves and FC United. They'll have a multitude of teams at different levels of the youth club spectrum. Players sometimes will go up and down based on injuries and playing time availability. You'll see some of these players in the NAL. They might get some game action at MLS next level as well. Players move up and down. Give players even more chances, more exposure playing MLS next. A lot of clubs will have Elite 64 teams traveling across the country. You'll have NAL.
Going to cut it back. That one will make its way out of play. Down by the end line, ball crossed in towards the back of the net. It will go. Simons makes it 3-0. A fantastic cross coming in. And just like that, the Wolves have put maybe the exclamation point on this morning.
Wolves, 3 straight chances, 3 straight shots into the back of the net.
As Mason Simons just gets in front of that one before Mertson gets there. That goal coming in the 69th minute.
3 goals in a matter of 10 minutes for the Michigan Wolves. They've opened up a 3-0 advantage. Now, if SC United wants to get anything up on the scoreboard, they're going to have to push some more attackers up, take some gambles defensively.
Other camera feeds? Any camera feeds? Yeah. Any cameras? Talked about finishing soccer games. Now it's ball played towards Covino. Something we talked about in this moment. That's what they were able to do, which is fantastic. Now Ruiz. Ruiz pushes the ball out wide. The ball now crossed towards that back post. Gill. He'll fire a shot right towards Rockwood, and he'll make the save.
First save of the second half, 5th overall for Rockwood. So now in the 71st minute, so just under 10 minutes left in this match. The Michigan Wolves finally up comfortably 3-0. They are a team that had 1 goal in their previous 4 games. They will put a 3 spot up here in the first 70 minutes. It's their visitors from Chicago.
Hard tackle on that far side, but ended up going out for a goal kick. 10 minutes to go in this game.
There's a foul over there by the Michigan Wolves bench. '72nd minute. Those of you who joined us late, all 3 goals coming in the second half, the 59th, 65th, and 69th minute. Let's see, United trying to get the ball down into the final third of the field to create a scoring opportunity. There have been very few for them in the second half. 3 shots and 1 on target here in the last 30 minutes. There's a shot stopped by Thomas Rockwood, the goalkeeper for the Michigan Wolves. Ball kind of kicked back up. He was quickly to reach over and smother the ball before a rebound opportunity presented itself. So Rockwood and the Wolves, they lost 2-0 yesterday to Sockers SC, also out of Chicagoland area. Much more organization on the backfield by the Michigan Wolves here today, and a ton more chances created, especially in the second half. SC United had a 9-6 shots edge in the first half, but the second half has been all Michigan Wolves. 11-3 in shots here the first 32 minutes of the second half. Up on that scoreboard where it matters most, the Michigan Wolves up 3-0. Look to get their first victory of the 2025 campaign in the National Academy League U15 division. Through ball, but the Wolves ran out of real estate in a hurry. That was Mason Simons on the chase of that one. And there's a shot just wide, and Rockwood able to get his right hand on that opportunity. That was Kevin Shy with the opportunity for SC United. Wolves looking to counter. '75th minute here at the Trinity Sports Dome on the campus of Schoolcraft College, Livonia, Michigan. This is the National Academy League Mid-America North Division. As Rockwood is there again, smother up the loose ball in the box. The Wolves can hold on to their 3-0 advantage. They will move to 3-1 on the season. Came in being outscored 6-1 and have that comfortable 3-0 advantage here with about 5 minutes and change left up in that scoreboard. Free kick opportunity coming up for SC United deep in their own territory, but they quickly turn the ball back over. The Michigan Wolves do have numbers.
Simons pushes it out wide to nobody.
Wolves had 3 players on that right side. Simons slots it over to the left side where there's no player making a run into space.
Ball is cleared away by Buell. First time stopping by, hit that subscribe button, like us, and share this with your friends and family and your enemies. We'll take them all. No judgment here. This ball played to this near side. Put in the mix. Buell gets a head on it. Oh, and Fiorani will go down, and they are going to call a penalty shot.
77th minute, a collision inside the box, and SC United, this is probably their best chance of the second half to try to put one up on that scoreboard.
Oh, late look there at the player going down, Fiorini. So a penalty shot here for FC United. Stepping up to take this kick. And a fantastic save by Rockwood. My goodness. Jack Lafferty. As that one goes up and over off the penalty kick. We'll get another replay here in a moment.
Thomas Rockwood getting the stop on the penalty kick opportunity in the 77th minute to keep this game 3-0 in favor of the Michigan Wolves. Chance for Ono. Wolves have numbers, and that one's into the back of the net. So Adam Thomas there just inside the box. The slot one home for a 4-0 advantage in the 78th minute. Should put this game out of reach. The Michigan Wolves, they have scored on 4 consecutive shot attempts in this second half. 59th, 65th, 69th, and 78th minutes. Their offense has finally got on track here in the second half. It took a few games here in the 2025 season, but nevertheless, the Michigan Wolves just a couple minutes away from victory number 1 in the U15 division of the National Academy League. So Joseph Zawacki's troops putting together a great team effort here today. Defensively, they have been solid. Goalkeeping, Thomas Rockwood has 8 saves at this point, including stopping that penalty shot here just a few minutes ago.
Another save there. Ball make its way out of play. Fantastic finish again. 4-0 here in favor of the Wolves. Ball inside for Thomas. Oh no, on his right foot. Back to Thomas.
Looked like Kyan Ono had the assist on that 4th goal. Again, 21 Adam Thomas putting his opportunity in the back of the net.
Rockwood has earned his shutout today. Fantastic finish from all 4 goals. 4 different goal scorers too, right, Dan?
Yep, all coming in the final.
Referee is saying
21
1 minute
minutes.
of stoppage time. 1 minute of stoppage. See if consolation goal can come into play here for FC United. Like that 4.5-hour trek back to Chicago here after this game. A trip I've done many times in my lifetime.
I think we've all done that trip dozens and dozens of times in our lives.
I would say dozens and dozens, Dan. I mean, I know your mom grew up in the Chicago area,
Yeah.
but I haven't gone dozens and dozens of times into Chicago. I just, you know. But that is the end of this game as the Wolves score 4 unanswered goals here in the second half. It was 0-0 at halftime. Come away with this victory. Let's take a look at the replays here of this game. An unbelievable goal. The opening goal right there.
Highlight reel. Without question on that first goal, that was the eventual game winner.
Here is the goal from Ono that hit off that back far post and in. Here comes this one here off the head of Mason Simons. Look here at Thomas and finding Ono, and then Thomas finishing that with confidence.
So Kyan Ono with a goal and an assist to lead the Michigan Wolves. 4 different goal scorers, all in the second half. A great, complete team effort for the Michigan Wolves in the U15 division results in that 4-0 victory over the guests from SC United Chicago.
No question about it. That'll wrap it up here from Schoolcraft College for game number 1 coming up here in just about 10 minutes. Game number 2, U19s. FC United and the Michigan Wolves. From all of us here, our production crew, Brandon Turner, Dan Siebert, I'm Jonathan Turner. Have a great rest of your Sunday. So long, everybody.